All right, Shalom. Um, First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings to the elect. I have another edition of GMS, Mark of the Beast, and I have a couple of articles I'm going to get into just to give a update on the way this technology, which is the technology of digital payments, is moving. All right. We all understand that the mark of the beast, according to the scriptures, is indeed the RFID microchip, but it's not presented out there on a mainstream scale as far as an alternative to payments just yet. I mean, different individuals, they have the implant and they're using it, and it's just now being used in these different companies worldwide. But there has been a major shift towards becoming a cashless society. All right, and I have this first article here from this is the mobilemarketer.com, and it's dealing with China. All right, and it says China's tech firms spur cashless society. All right, and this is dated January 4th, 2018. So this is roughly about maybe 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks ago. But coming into this year, there's been a major shift. There has been a major shift to digital currencies and start using more cashless options. All right. So it says Chinese tech giants Alibaba and Tencent are driving the adoption of mobile payments in the country, pushing aside banks for a growing role in everyday commerce, per the Wall Street Journal. China's total mobile payments more than quadrupled to $9 trillion in 2016 from the prior year. Our research consulting group estimated, and that dwarfs the 40% growth to $112 billion spent in the U.S. as measured by Forrester Research. So China's leading the way when it comes down to mobile payments and digital transactions. And this is a part of this system, along with this blockchain technology. This system is it's the future, and the elites are using China as like a testing ground to see how well and how smoothly the change from cash to digital transactions is going to go. All right, and you can see from China making $920 is very profitable. It's a very profitable system. All right, so we're going to see a lot more of these places adopt this technology. All right, it says I'm gonna go down to this third paragraph here. It says the growth in mobile payments means that Chinese consumers are using cash less frequently. The use of coins and paper bills fell 10% to 66 trillion yuan, which is $10 trillion in 2016 from 2 years earlier, according to data from the People's Bank of China. All right. And, that's just the growth, man. It's in the trillions of dollars, man. Okay. So beyond what these millionaires and so-called billionaires are doing on this side of the world here in America, it's, these $1 trillion growth in this market is heavy, man. So this is just the signs of the times. It says insight. It says China's rapid adoption of mobile payments hints at major shifts in how consumer spending patterns are impacted by the near saturation of smartphones. The country has leapfrogged past the U.S. in the adoption of mobile payments, and much of that difference can be attributed to the role that banks have in the country. The U.S. has a longer history of making electronic payment methods like credit and debit cards easier for merchants and customers to process transactions, but mobile wallets have been slower to take off in Western countries. It says in China, credit cards didn't gain much popularity among people with little discretionary spending, right? Because America is all about, do what you want, pay, spend, make the money. The whole capitalist, society they portray here, But when you can control your payments a lot better, such as these countries toward the eastern side of the world, things are a lot more sure, So it's a lot easier for them to take on to those types of technologies. All right. It says, although the country's growing middle class is driving a shift toward mass consumption similar to mature markets of developed regions, China traditionally has had a cultural aversion to debt, while government restrictions prevented Visa and MasterCard from entering the country earlier. Alibaba helped to pioneer mobile payments in China after setting up a system similar to PayPal in the U.S. that evolved into other services to provide more seamless financial transactions and functions for consumers. All right, so China's leading the way, So, and this was even brought up by Pastor Har sometime late last year. How China could very well be the first ones to actually mandatorily get the RFID microchip, because they have a communist society and the governments and the banks have more control over the people. So if they just want to move totally away from, which would also help them move away from the dollar by having them get these implants over there in that area of the world and use their own monetary system, based off of the economic system that they're developing in Russia, India, and other countries, which is BRICS, and Iran is included in that as well. So the things in this world are moving quickly as far as technological advances. Okay, so I have another article I'm gonna pull out. Which I found this interesting because as things begin to move forward in the society, we're going to see a lot more. Of this technology become mainstream here in the U.S. Okay, so this is from MarketWatch.com. It says, which technology in Netflix's Black Mirror will change our lives first? Okay, now this is over here in America. Let's see. It says technology can be amazing, and watching how it changes our lives with each new breakthrough and discovery is inspiring. Now, let me just say this: Black Mirror is a TV show that's streamed on Netflix that basically goes into the effects of technology on our lives here in the modern world. And the Black Mirror is represented by the black screen on your cell phone or tablet or your computer or TV. How these screens, aka the black mirrors, affect our lives and how technology is becoming more and more a necessity. So that's what this show goes into. Okay? And I'm gonna keep going into the article. And by the way, I highly recommend that brothers watch this, and all sisters as well. All watch this TV show, so you can get an insight on what Esau wants to do. Okay, especially this last season that they just brought out, put out there. It says humanity has gone a long way since the introduction of the first punch card computer, and many things that we take for granted today belong to the domain of sci-fi just a few decades ago. Like Star Trek, Star Trek, Star Wars, all these, TV shows. But now things are catching up with us. It says new tech can create new possibilities, though sometimes in unpredictable and scary ways. Right? It says here, Black Mirror is a British TV series on Netflix that tackles the most controversial consequences of unchecked technology. It says the show was created by Charlie Brooker, who noted that each episode has a different cast, a different setting, and even a different reality. But they're all about the way we live now and the way we might be living in 10 minutes' time if we're clumsy. It says, how close are we to fulfilling any of the scenarios from the series? For the sake of brevity, we'll consider only season 4, the latest. This article contains spoilers. Now, I'm not going to go into everything that it says, but I will note that this had stuck out to me in the season, and I figured it was edifying because I had actually watched this when it came out, and this is something that just shows you how the technology of the day is panning out to be something that's going to be a mandatory necessity in the future via the microchip implant, which is the mark of the beast. So I'm gonna go into this real quick. This is from the episode entitled Archangel. And I don't mean to spoil it if I do, but this should make you want to watch the episode. Okay, it says after nearly losing her daughter, a mother invests in new tracking technology. The teenager has an implant embedded in her head, and the mother is given a tablet that can receive data from the implant and display the output. Using the device, the mother not only knows where her daughter is, but also what she sees and hears and her current health status. She can also modify the girl's sight and hearing by filtering out stimuli that she deems harmful. Needless to say, this total control scenario can't possibly end well. So how close are we to this? Well, before I go any further, I want to get this scripture here. Let's go to the book of Daniel. Daniel chapter 12. Because this is part of the scriptures. This technology growing at a rapid rate and how it's taking over our lives and controlling our lives, like the article was saying. This is a part of the prophecies in the scriptures. So I'm going to get this. It says Daniel chapter 12, verse 3. It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Now, this is talking about those that teach these prophecies and teach these scriptures and do as I'm doing and the other prophets and apostles are doing to let you know that the modern world we live in today was told about in the scriptures, and that the Lord, the Most High, has a plan. All right. Judgment and good for those that take heed to his words. All right. Right. And it says that those wise are the teachers. Okay. So this is important. Pay attention. Verse 4 says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. And we're in the end. Okay. We're in the time of the end. All right. At this point now. Right. And it's the end of not the earth itself, but of the so-called white man, which is Esau. All right. The Edomites in the Bible. It's the time of their rulership ending. It's the time of Satan and wickedness ruling on the earth. So it says, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And that's this technology. It's being increased to a point to where, is number one, it's being pushed on all facets of society, all parts of our lives. But, you can't get away from it. You can't escape it, So this is the prophecy here. The technology is moving at a rapid rate. Okay. So I'm going to continue on in this just a little bit more. Now it says, back in the article, it says, we're chipping our pets on a regular basis, and workers in several companies have already been offered the privilege of having RFID chips implanted in their hands that would allow them to log into computers and open doors, right? Which this goes back to what happened last year with in Wisconsin, the Three Square Market company. They implanted a lot of their employees with microchips to where they can pay for items at the job. So this is the way things are moving. This is the time of the mark of the beast coming upon the world, man. It says implants and biometric tattoos that track body temperature, skin salinity, and several other metrics already exist. Finally, we can attach tiny locators to our keys, wallets, and other items we wish to track via our smartphones, so it's only a matter of time before someone decides to create an implant, which has already been created, of course. It says on advanced type of biometric tattoo that can do all this and more. It says, I'm very much against these types of devices, and this this person that wrote the article. It says, I'm very much against these types of devices because they would mean the true death of privacy and freedom for individuals. Now, of course, he's talking about the freedom that, you're so-called offering here in America, but it's also freedom from, it takes away your freedom from being in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, the Most High and His Son, because he warned us in the book of Revelation that when this technology is made mandatory, not to take it. Okay? So let me go ahead and let me read that. And we all know this prophecy, but I'm going to read it anyway. This is Revelation 13 and 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. Right? And this is talking about the rulers of this world, the wicked, which is the so-called white man, all right, in this power structure, NATO, the EU, America, all right, Esau, and these other nations, they have the power to have this world under this system, man, which now is being called blockchain technology and the Internet of Things, okay? So now it's starting to speak. It's starting to make itself manifest in the world now. It says, and they cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Because it's going to be a matter of whether or not you're a terrorist, whether or not you're anti-government. Martial law is going to be declared. Things are going to happen. All right. So it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads. Now, the article dealing with Black Mirror talked about in that episode of Archangel how the woman implanted an implant inside her daughter's brain. Well, that's the mark in the forehead, because that's where your brain and your pineal gland are located, man. Right behind your forehead. All right, and it says in their hands, and that's what that Wisconsin company, 3 Square Market, they were using the implants in their hands to pay for things, man. So this is happening now. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or except you had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and its number is 603, which is going back to the barcode system. That individual ID number system everything is going to be logged into this new world order database, man. That's what they want. That's what the elites of Esau want. Okay. So I have one more article I'm going to get. And this just came out yesterday, I believe. And this is from the MiamiHerald.com. It says America, and this just wants you to, and this just proves how they want you to start using this technology. It says, and this is dealing with business, right? American, which is American Airlines, won't let you pay with cash at Miami's airport anymore. Here's how it'll work. All right. It says if you're traveling on it, right? It's dedicated. I said dedicated. It's dated yesterday, January 16th. Yeah, yesterday. It says if you're traveling on American Airlines from Miami International Airport, leave the cash at home. The leading airline is moving to a cashless model at MIA, meaning that any transactions for additional fees, such as checked bags or overweight bags, will have to be made with credit or debit cards. The change is effective on Thursday. Not Monday, not Friday, not something over the weekend, but in the middle of the week, Thursday. You know? So they want to move quickly with pushing this thing out, man. Okay? All right? Like I said, China, that's a testing ground for a Catholic society. But now they're going to bring it over here to the Western world, starting with America. Okay? or ending here in America, because they want the whole world under this new technology. All right, under their umbrella. It says the airline already has transitioned to cashless airport environments in more than 50 locations, to the American Airlines spokeswoman Alexis Aaron Coelho, including in New York's John K. Kennedy International Airport and LaGuardia Airport, Los Angeles International Airport, and Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. So how much longer before it gets to the busiest airport in the world, here in Atlanta? And Hartsfield International Airport. All right. It says Aaron Coelho said the move would help speed up the check-in process because cash transactions take longer than debit credit card transactions. Okay. I'm gonna read down a little bit more. It says moving away from cash allows Americans to assist customers more efficiently. It also reduces the complexity of work for our agents, who will no longer have to worry about handling cash, find exact change, or close out a cash drawer at the end of the day. So this is what they want to do. Okay? All right? So it says, but what if you only have cash? All right? It says, this image here, it says ready station kiosks will convert cash to Visa debit cards that can be used to pay for American airline fees. There will be 11 kiosks installed at MIA for American passengers. So, you know, it'll be nothing to scan your hand, dealing with these, kiosks and these new technologies, man, to get in. Okay. But that's the point. That's all I wanted to get. All right. I'm gonna leave, of course, leave links to these articles, man, just to show you how things are moving in this world, man. The mark of the beast is here, but it's getting ready to be mandatory, man. You have your options now. Everything is cool. Everything is, you can still, pull out $20, go to the ATM, cash out, or you can, swipe your credit or debit card. But even with your debit card, you gotta now they've already made it now here in America to where even if you have a debit card that can swipe or a credit card that can swipe, now they actually have chips on them where you got to insert it into the card machine, But even that takes too long, Even that, it might take too long. The system might be down or whatever, sometimes, So it'll make it easier if you can just, scan your hand, and that's how these people see it, They see it as profitable. Of course, trillions of dollars is coming out of this at this point, over there in China. But it's just a matter of time before it comes over here, and it's put to the test. But I'm not gonna go too much longer. I'm gonna read this last scripture, cause like the prophecy says, they're going to cause people that don't take the mark of the beast to be killed. Well, this is what the Lord says about it. All right. So this is Revelation 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So if you take this mark of the beast, whether it's in your forehead, your hand, your leg, your thigh, whatever, the Lord's going to destroy you, man. Okay? It says, and he shall be tormented, which is the person that takes this mark, this implant, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right? So the judgment is coming, man. The wrath of the Lord is coming. So it's imperative that when this thing comes out, man, you Israelites out there, the elect that believe in his word and in his truth, don't take it. Okay? But with that, And give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Shai, by Hashem Rakah Korash, the to the apostles. Until the next time, Shalom.